after-school snacks. Are they really healthy? Most kids are famished when they come home from school, so it's really important to have something ready for them to enjoy after a big day of learning and exercise. We believe that highly sweetened and nutrient-poor snacks and drinks aren't the best choices for hungry kids. Overconsumption of these can lead to poor oral health and obesity, and that's why offering kids nutritious and tooth-friendly after-school snacks is important. So we decided to do a bit of research to see what the most popular healthy after-school snacks were and to determine whether they were tooth-friendly. And to our surprise, many of the suggestions we found in our online research didn't seem like particularly healthy options to us. And even worse, at least from our point of view, we discovered that many of the so-called healthy after-school snacks definitely weren't tooth-friendly. So, first off, we needed to develop a list of healthy after-school snacks. So we did what any parent who was looking for healthy snack options would do. We Googled. We decided upon the phrase healthy after-school snacks, as this seemed to be the one most likely to provide a good list of healthy after-school snacks. And we decided to look at every single recipe that was listed in the results to see if it met our criteria for being tooth-friendly. Now, before we show you our results, we better get clear on our definition about tooth-friendly. A snack is not good for teeth if it contains added white or brown sugar, if it contains any other forms of added sugar, things like agave syrup, molasses, and even natural sugars like honey. It's not good for teeth if it contains confectionery, things like chocolate, jam, ice cream or lollies. Fruit in concentrated form also isn't tooth-friendly, so that includes juice, puree and dried fruits. And a snack or a drink isn't good for teeth if it's highly acidic. We'd also like to remind you of the World Health Organisation's guidelines for sugar consumption for children. The World Health Organisation strongly recommends that children and adults get no more than 10% of their daily energy needs from free or added sugar. They also suggested that a further reduction to below 5%, or roughly 25 grams or 6 teaspoons per day, would provide additional health benefits. When they released these recommendations in March 2015, the World Health Organisation reported in their press release, "We have solid evidence that keeping intake of free or added sugars to less than 10% of total energy intake reduces the risk of overweight, obesity and tooth decay." They went on to say that making policy changes to support this will be key if countries are to live up to their commitments to reduce the burden of non-communicable diseases. In providing these guidelines, the World Health Organization is not suggesting that we stop consuming sugars that are naturally present in fruits, vegetables and milks, because there is no reported evidence of adverse effects of consuming these sugars. They're concerned about the added sugars in our diet, especially those that are hidden in our foods and beverages. The recommendations mean that children under 8 years old should be consuming no more than 16 grams or 4 teaspoons of added sugars each day, and older children and teens should limit their added sugar consumption to somewhere between 5 and 7 teaspoons per day. Once again, the sugars referred to in this context do not include the sugars found naturally in whole fruit, vegetables or milk. It's referring to the free sugars that are added to our foods. Now, when you learn that a small tub of yogurt, of low-fat yogurt, can have 2 teaspoons of added sugar, and a 200 ml serve of unsweetened apple juice has 21 grams of sugar, that's 5 teaspoons, you can see how important it is to keep track of a child's sugar consumption across the day. By the end of breakfast, a young child may already have consumed their recommended daily allowance of added sugar. Here's the nutrition information of a popular Australian brand of unsweetened apple juice. Note that the serving size, shown there by the red arrow, is 200 ml, not a standard cup size of 250 ml. Now this 200 ml serving contains 20.6 grams of sugar, which is a little less than 5 teaspoons. So if a child served themselves a cup, 250 ml of apple juice, that would contain 24.5 grams of sugar, or nearly 6 teaspoons. That's an awful lot of sugar in a young child's diet. Now, let's get back to our research. You'll remember that we Googled the phrase healthy after-school snacks and reviewed every recipe and snack suggestion against our criteria of tooth friendliness. And the results? Well, we were stunned. Each of the 9 websites that we visited had a significant number of after-school snacks which were definitely not tooth-friendly, nor particularly nutritious. And of the 297 recipes and snack ideas we reviewed, only 44% were tooth-friendly because they didn't have added sugar. That means 56% were not tooth-friendly because of the amount of added sugar that they had. In the snacks we examined, there were some examples that should never have been considered healthy or tooth-friendly. In fact, there were so many we found it a little hard to choose which ones to share with you. But here's just a few. Peanut butter and chocolate dipped pretzels, chewy chocolate granola bars, chocolate chow mein, Nutella egg cream and jam pockets. Obviously, anything that has chocolate, sugar, honey, Nutella, brownies, cookies, donuts, biscuits, caramel or cookies in their name clearly contains added sugar, and it's therefore, according to our definition, neither tooth-friendly nor healthy. There are also many examples of food that sounded like they could be healthy, but on closer examination of the recipes, clearly were not. And here are some examples. There were quite a lot of recipes for homemade cereal bars and muesli bars, but all of them contain significant amounts of sugar. Frozen banana bites on the surface actually sounded quite good, but we discovered once we looked at the recipe that these particular frozen banana bites are served dipped in chocolate. Healthy oatmeal cookies sound like they're supposed to be healthy, but in actual fact these ones were made with plenty of brown sugar and dried fruit in the form of raisins. And homemade granola, the recipe that we found for this, contained 3 types of sugar and 2 dried fruits. So you may be wondering, did we find any after-school snacks that ticked all the boxes for being both nourishing and tooth-friendly? Well, yes, we did. And you can find the full list of the 30 most outstanding after-school choices on our website. So you can either type in the full URL seen on the screen, that is corinnadental.com.au/ and then, with hyphens between all of these words, 30 Corinna Dental approved tooth-friendly after-school snacks. You can also just go straight to our website, corinnadental.com.au, navigate to Corinna News in the top menu and search for the article titled 30 Corinna approved tooth-friendly after-school snacks. We hope that in this list of delicious snacks you'll find plenty of great ideas to keep your kids happy and well nourished after school. Thanks for joining me today. See you next time.